For a third day in a row, India's parliament has been disrupted after backlash from the country's main opposition party. Both chambers of parliament suspended their sessions over allegations against Gautam Adani, a billionaire with close ties to the governing BJP party. Protesters outside the parliament had already voiced their anger on Monday. They accused the government of protecting Adani, who was recently indicted in the United States for alleged fraud and bribery. Adani's company has rejected the charges as baseless. Well, for more on this, let's cross over to DW's Shalu Yadav in Delhi. Shalu, what are protesters demanding outside of India's parliament?
Well, Terry, this is the second time in the last 2 years that the Indian Parliament has been disrupted and adjourned in this manner over Mr. Gautam Adani, India's second richest businessman. He's recently been accused by the US Department of Justice of running a bribery scheme to the tune of $265 million to secure solar power contracts and misleading some of the American investors while raising funds there. Now, remember, in 2023, an American short seller, Hindenburg, had come out with a report that accused Mr. Adani's company of stock manipulation as well as accounting fraud. Now, on both counts, Adani's company, his lawyers have denied these charges as baseless. But the Indian opposition parties have been at it, for the last 2 years, asking some really tough questions of Prime Minister Modi. In fact, in this instance, they are calling for a joint parliamentary probe, as the nature of these allegations seem pretty serious. They are accusing Prime Minister Modi of protecting him. In fact, they've given this whole saga a name of Modani, combining the name of Mr. Modi and Adani to sort of drive home the point that these two are, inseparable and trying to protect each other's interests. Now, the opposition party leader, one of the leaders, Rahul Gandhi, said that this man, Mr. Adani, should be behind bars, as these charges of the allegations that have come out in the US DOJ report are pretty serious. Terry.
Talk to us more about the political implications of all of this. What could this case mean for India?
Well, this has a potential of, a huge political implication, as it is none other than the Prime Minister himself, whose reputation and credibility is on the line. Remember, Terry, during our election coverage, just 6 months ago when India had its, general election, Mr. Adani's name came up even during election rallies. The opposition parties, the opposition alliance highlighted the parallel rise of Mr. Adani as a businessman and Mr. Modi as a politician in the last 2 decades. And Mr. Modi's emphasis on infrastructure growth, for instance, and renewable clean energy during his tenure of the last over 10 years, it sort of plays into the rise of the business empire of Mr. Adani, they say, which expands from ports, to airports, to renewable energy sector, you name it. And in this particular case, when this report has come out, the indictment has come out from the US, the opposition parties are using this case to highlight the fact that while so many opposition leaders have been sent behind bars on, small charges of corruption, why is Mr. Modi not taking the same approach with Mr. Adani? So they say that the ruling party is trying to block investigations against him, but the BJP party, the ruling party, says that they have no interest in trying to protect this businessman.
Shalu, thank you very much for bringing us up to date there. That was DW's Shalu Yadav in India.